welcome. My name is Kelly Anderson.
And I'm Emma.
And this is Fanimated, an animation fan podcast where we get a chance to geek out about our favorite animated media. And this is the mini episode called Whatcha Watchin', where we discuss what we've been watching recently. Emma, I'm so excited to be chatting with you.
Me too. This will be fun.
Oh, so much fun. And let me just say, our last episode on our favorite anime openings was so much fun, and it turned out great.
It was so fun. I honestly just loved re-listening to that conversation because it was just a delight to hear all the songs again and all our comments. And I was listening to it while making dinner, so I was like dancing around the kitchen. It was great.
Yes, such good music all around. Already, I feel like I would change my order and add different songs because it's a constantly changing list. Yeah.
Constantly changing. And also, as I've been watching things, I've been thinking about like, ooh, that's another good opening, or that's a great anime ending. Ooh, I can't wait to do that list. And
yes.
Yeah, it's always ever changing.
Absolutely. I have already started to gather my list for anime endings, so that episode is definitely coming eventually.
Okay, I better get started.
Yes. Well, we had a lot of really good feedback, too, about not only this last episode, just like the podcast in general. And especially people really love the anime openings. And there were some suggestions sent to me of other anime openings that would be on listeners' lists. And one is an opening from Amnesia. And I have never watched Amnesia.
Me either.
But it looks awesome. I had several people say different Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood openings, which I totally agree with.
Not surprised. I think that was one of those where we said, like, honestly, we could do every single song from that one.
Yeah, they all deserve to be on the top 10 list for sure. And then Little Witch Academia, which I totally forgot about and probably would have considered if I had remembered that it exists.
Yeah, well, one thing that I thought was so funny is, you know, I struggled a little bit with the My Hero Academia one, the song choice, and I can't believe I did, but I did. And and I thought to myself, I didn't even look to that anime for openings, like, because I was like going through so many lists, and sometimes you just like, even if it's something that is a recent watch, you just like forget because there's so many.
Right. Exactly. There are just so many good anime out there, and like we've watched so many now that it's easy to forget some that are kind of lost in the, eons and eons, it feels like, ago.
Right. Totally.
So yeah, we did get one really awesome review on Apple Podcasts that I wanted to read because guys, these reviews just make my day and make me so happy. So thank you for everyone who does that. And the person who reviewed also sent an email and said her name is Rachel. So her name is Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Thank you.
Hello, Rachel.
Thanks for the review and thanks for the email. And she said, I love how energetic and bubbly you are when you discuss these topics. I was just browsing podcasts when I saw this one, and I was like, this looks interesting. I'm going to try it out. You've opened up a whole new perspective for me. Thank you so much for this podcast.
Oh, my goodness. Rachel, thank you so much.
Oh, so nice of her. And she sent recommendations that we should do one on Toilet Bound, Hanako-kun, the anime, and Friday Night at Freddy's.
Not seen either of those.
So Friday Night at Freddy's is a video game, and I remember when it came out and was super popular, and I'm going to be honest, I would need someone there to play it with me because I would freak myself out if I was playing it by myself. It sounds so scary. But then Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, I watched only the first episode, so I haven't got a good grasp on it yet, but it's enjoyable, it's cute, the animation is killer, and it's like high school cutesy story, but there's a ghost involved.
Yes.
And it's great.
Sounds like Anohana.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, except a little more, scary ghosts,
Okay. Not as downhearted and, personal.
Right. But one of the main characters, I was like, this voice sounds so familiar. And you probably would have gotten it right away, but it was the voice of Deku from My Hero.
Oh, yeah. Love it.
I was like, oh, it's Deku. So cute.
I always love recognizing voice actors because it just is like, I don't know, seeing an old friend, you're like, oh, they were that character and they meant so much to me.
I know. Exactly. It's so great. And you have such a good ear for it. I say that all the time because a lot of times I won't recognize it, but you'll be like, oh, that's so-and-so. And I'm like, what? Really? No way.
What can I say? Except you're welcome.
Exactly. So, let's get right to it. The reason we're here, we're going to chat about what we've been watching recently. So, Emma, what has been on your watch list?
Oh my goodness. So, thankfully, this week I had some time to watch some things. I feel like my life's been pretty busy that I haven't really been able to get into much anime lately, which just made me really sad because I love it, But I just binged. It's only like 12 episodes and it's only one season. But it's called Monthly Girls Nakikasun. And it is like super cute. It's a Shojo anime and
of course.
A classic Emma. That's of course what I would choose. But it was on Netflix and I saw it, so it looked pretty good, so I thought I'd give it a chance. And it was really cute. Like, it's about, these high schoolers, and it starts out with this girl, and she has a huge crush on this guy, and he's like more of the quiet, reserved, oblivious type, and she's, a redhead and super bubbly and very outgoing.
So you, basically?
Yeah. Right. So anyway, she finally goes up to the guy and is trying to muster her courage to confess her feelings because she has a crush on him. And all she can blurt out is, I'm a fan. And that's all she can say. And so after she blurts that out, the guy writes an autograph for her and hands it to her. And she makes a connection that this guy is secretly a manga artist. And so he has a code name that he goes by. So he's an average high school student, but on the side, he's making manga art. So,
oh my gosh, no way. That's amazing.
So, the whole story is her going over to his house every day after school, and she'll help him by, coloring in the black spaces. The beta spaces is what they call it. And while he's drawing, and then as each episode goes on, it introduces new characters that are other friends of this guy. One of my favorite characters is this bright redhead, and he is super dramatic and he's so cute, Kelly, so cute, because he will just be super suave around the ladies, right? Oh, I wish I could go with you ladies, but I fear that you would just fight over me the whole time, and what fun would that be? Kind of personality. But then after he says something super suave, happens every single time. After he says it, he goes into a corner and he cries because of how embarrassing what he just said was. He's so ridiculous. So anyway, he's coming over to help with the drawings, and then they have this other friend who's the president of the drama club, and he does all the backgrounds, and nobody knows these identities of these artists. They're just average high school students, but there's this little group that just keeps coming together. And by the end of the season, there have been 3 sets of couples that have all developed, and it's just super cute. Oh, I loved it.
It sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. For sure. It's the perfect, fun, lighthearted shoujo anime that we all need.
Yes. The thing I love about shoujo anime is just it's so dramatic and ridiculous that you just laugh in every episode, and that's what I love. Like, I just, a good laugh. It just feels so good. The only thing that I was sad about is that the end of the season is just so, not abrupt, but it's kind of a cliffhanger in that, like, their relationship still isn't there. Like, they haven't confessed their love to each other, but there's potential, which they do that in so many anime, and it drives me crazy. I'm like, just kiss her already, my gosh.
Well, that's why you have to read the manga.
Oh, I know.
You get there in the manga.
I only have so many time in one day. Like, how do I do all this? So
I know it.
That is one that I watched. But I watched a couple others as well. Not as much episodic wise, but so I started watching Inuyashu.
Yes,
and I absolutely love it.
Obviously, I was gonna say that Captain Emma is gonna ship this hard.
Okay, I'm digging myself a hole here, but like Iniyashu, holy crap, he's so cute. Like, he's so sassy and really mean, but also like I can tell that there's gonna be a good heart under there. And
it's like he can't recognize and admit his own feelings, and it's adorable.
I know, I love it. It's like #Zuko, #Kyo. Like, it's my type.
It's your favorite type of it's your favorite type of anime guy, Emma.
So I'm not far into it, but I just love it. And also just like, I mean, every time that the main gal like messes up, he's just like, what? Like, how could you let this happen? You're an idiot. And it just like, makes me laugh so hard.
Oh, it's so good.
Especially since, what's the gal's, I don't even remember her name. The main character?
I have to look it up. Inuyasha.
Kagome. Yes. She's just so precious and just like, I love how confused she is. Just like, I don't know what's happening, but I guess I'll just do my best here in my situation that's insane.
You're right. Bryn is the one who recommended Inuyasha to me, and I watched it a while ago, but I watched a lot of it. I didn't finish it, but I watched a lot of it, and so I definitely need to go back and watch more. And I haven't looked this up, and I don't really know everything that's going on, but I hear that there's an Inuyasha sequel coming out. So I guess I need to get caught up so that I can watch that and know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to watch more of it.
And Inuyasha is another really great example of like a really good, like, well-rounded anime. Like, you could call it a shoujo kind of, but it's also a shonen. So there's battles and there's monsters and there's epicness, but it's also this really great love story that's there. And, it's definitely more shonen than shoujo, but like, it's still like, I always talk to girls who like it. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not like a specific, it's almost like a shonen, but more, I don't know what it is. What is it? It's one of those good mixes of both of them.
It's definitely a mix for sure. Yeah. It's so funny. Like I said, I love Iniyashu. Like, his character just cracks me up. Oh, I love it. As far as other things, so I have been watching Maid-Sama, but listeners, this is like my fourth time watching this, so it's nothing new. But I'm watching it because a roommate saw me watch the first episode and was like, that is so funny. Like, let's keep watching. So I've been watching it with her, and I just love that so much. Like, it's just so lighthearted and makes me laugh all the time. And just, the thing I love about Shojo as well is just like all the different, every time a character is like super depressed, then you're gonna have like a cloud of gloom over them. Or if a character is exhausted, their soul is coming out of their body. Like, I love those tropes. They just kill me.
Yes.
And as I heard on the last Whatcha Watchin', you finished Maid-Sama, so well done. Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I have a bad reputation for not always finishing the anime recommended to me, especially by Emma. So you're welcome. And
I feel hurt.
No, I really loved Maid-Sama, and it really is just so lighthearted and fun, and the characters are great. I think I've mentioned this before on the podcast. There are some things about their relationship that I wish was different, but I feel like those things could have been developed more later on, like I'm sure they are in the manga. Because, this is another one where, the season ends and they don't get to fully, like, finish off their arc in their relationship. They really take a big step, but there's still a lot there. A lot of room for growth for the two of them. It's very cute.
Yeah, totally. I love it so much, but I wish there was more of it because they've gotten to a big point in the relationship, but there's still, more to go, like you said. So it is a little sad of like, oh, I wish there was just a couple more episodes.
Yes. Is there anything else?
Yes, one more. I just started it this morning, actually. But a friend recommended this shonen anime to me called Hunter x Hunter, or as seen on Netflix, it's Hunter x Hunter, whatever. Oh, have you seen it, Kelly?
Yes, I have seen. I've heard you're supposed to call it Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
And yes, I've watched it, and it's amazing, and I love, oh my gosh, these dorks, Gon and Killua are just my sons, and I must protect them. They're adorable, and I love them.
Well, as I was watching it, I love it so far. It's great. I've only seen the first episode. But goodness. I literally just started this morning before I had to go do things. So, but when I was watching it, I was like, this seems like one that Kelly would like because there's a father-son relationship coming up.
You got me. Oh, it's true.
That's it.
And that's great. I'm so glad you're watching that. Hunter x Hunter is definitely really, really good. And I didn't quite finish that one either because one of the last arcs has a lot of bugs involved, and I got a little creeped out. So,
oh yeah, you're not a fan of bugs.
I'm taking a break. Yeah, I'm taking a break on that one. But it's definitely one of those. It's like the classic anime scenario. Like, this kid wants to be just like his father, and like goes on an adventure to find his father, and it's basically it's your typical shonen anime, but it definitely, and that's like a setup that I was really intrigued in, like for obvious reasons. But then I was like, actually, I care more about the relationship with these other characters than I do about the quest for him finding his dad. Like, I still care about that, but it's like, it's a good hook, and then it just like gets you right in all the other fields. And I was like, yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah. I'm so excited to watch more of it. So, what are you watching, Kelly?
Well, first I wanted to give everyone an update on March Comes In Like a Lion.
Oh, I want to watch that after your review. Oh,
it's so good, guys. Okay, it's on Netflix too, which means no excuses for you guys who don't have anime subscriptions, because oh my goodness, it is amazing. Okay, I finished watching the whole series. It's 2 seasons. Again, it's about this high school kid who's a professional shogi player. So it's like chess kind of, but it's also just like, it's a slice of life drama. It's very like, think Fruits Basket, honestly. Like, it's that same kind of genre, but without the magic involved. And the characters are so well written and like visually, and I can tell because I've read the manga now, but this is definitely animated well too. You know, not all directors can take manga and put it on screen in a unique and clever way, but this one definitely does. Oh my goodness. And everything is so, like, the way they show things that are happening internally, but they show it in an outward way or in like visual symbolism. It's all really, really fantastic. Highly, highly recommend, guys. Like, there are some deep issues, but it's just like real life issues, you know, and there are some heavy moments, but there's always this undercurrent of hope in the series, and that is what I just truly, truly love. And Emma, there's the most amazing slow burn love story. You will just cry. I can't wait.
Well, I really love a deep drama, so like I already want to watch this because it has such deep ties. But if there's a love story, I'm definitely in.
It's definitely not the focus of the show, so if people are like, romance, there's a lot more going on. But it definitely is like the cherry on top and the sprinkles and the cream.
Oh, I love it.
It also is one of the only anime to actually get me to read the manga. So I am almost caught up with the manga, and I'm going to keep with it because, again, I just love these characters so deeply, and there's so much that happens. I absolutely adore it. Like, I definitely am not always a huge manga reader because I think part of it is just like, well, I love animation, but also animation actually slows it down. Like, reading the manga, I read through it so fast. Like, a chapter I can read in a few minutes, whereas it might take a whole episode. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, the manga is fantastic, and again, the characters are so great. It just goes to show how much I love this story because I had to search for the manga and read it. So definitely check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely on my list.
Another show I wanted to mention on Netflix is Japan Sinks. And I was really excited for this one because it was like, it looked really epic and like, you know, there's this great earthquake and what's going to happen. And just the trailer looked really cool. But then I watched it and I didn't like it. It was like all of these crazy things were happening and I was just like, but there wasn't any heart to it. Like, it was more just like they were telling us what's happening rather than connecting us to the characters at all. Like, I didn't feel any connection even when these crazy, crazy things were happening. Like, it's the exact opposite of March Comes In Like a Lion. Like, it's giving us all this drama to the extreme, but it's not connecting it to our emotions in any way. And like, I don't know, maybe that's the point, but halfway through the show, there's like 10 episodes, and I stopped because, and who knows, someone who's finished the series, let me know if it's worth it, if they actually reach some sort of conclusion point. But to me, it was just like, how many crazy things can we put in this story for you to keep watching? Like, shock factor. And I was like, I'm not watching something just for the shock value. Like, I like characters and development, and this is just making me feel sad because it's just a whole bunch of death and destruction. Like,
right.
So, you know, I don't super highly recommend, but I wanted to say that, you know, I tried. So that's that.
That's that. You're not going to like every single one, right?
Exactly. And it's good to try different things. And it's also based off of a book, an old book, and like some sort of famous book. And there have been lots of different adaptations of it, apparently. So I feel like it's definitely one of those things that it's like, you tried too hard to adapt a literary novel and it just didn't land. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So you all can email us at fanimatedpodcast@gmail.com if you have some opposing opinions. Let me know. I'm willing to chat. And then the final thing that I've been watching, Emma, that I know you're going to be super excited about,
Oh, yeah.
Is I've been watching Fairy Tail.
Yay! Oh, so happy, so happy.
Since you had 3 different anime openings from Fairy Tail on your list, I was like, all right, I need to get back into this. My goodness. And Natsu is just the greatest.
I know! He is the best person ever. Like, he is so reckless, but also, like, he is the kindest soul you will ever meet. And yet so naive at the same time. Like, I love him.
Right, like, he's so naive but also, like, isn't going to take crap from anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then he, like, can destroy anything on his own, even though he can be so naive. Like, he's so powerful, but, you know, it's just awesome.
Yes, yeah. It's a good balance of being, like, super OP sometimes, but also, like, like, I love the little fact that he gets motion sick. Like,
yes! That little weakness of his.
That little weakness of his that just causes so much problems sometimes. And it's just a funny little addition. Like, and all the characters really. What Fairy Tail has going for it, because it's so long, is that they are able to take the time to develop all of the Fairy Tail guild members in really great ways. And yeah, so it's just like, it really is like just seeing all your old friends again. And it's really fun. And it's just the perfect shonen battle anime, fun, lighthearted craziness that is a really good escape from life right now. So
yeah.
What
wonderful. I love about Fairy Tail is that, like, yes, it's shonen and that there's always a battle, but they do really go deep into the characters, and you have some emotional episodes out there, and some that are just like fillers, but some that are just like really moving the plot and the relationships along, and I just love it so much. Which arc are you in?
I'm at the arc where they are at the island of their guild's, like, sacred island, and they had the S-class wizard promotion trial, and they are currently fighting these people who are trying to get a hold of the black wizard Zareth.
Oh man, stuff's about to go down, Kelly, at the end of that arc.
Oh, well, I'm totally ready for it. And no spoilers here, you know.
Right, yes, of course.
But I am very excited for whatever Zareth has to do with all of this, because he seems like a super interesting character.
Oh my. Yes, you could say interesting.
Okay, well, apparently I still have a lot to watch.
Kelly, this my emotions right now. Like, when you eventually make your way to the end of what they have so far, your mind will be blown, and it'll be great.
I will be sure to text you immediately.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Well, everyone, let us know what you've been watching. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Fanimated Podcast. Email us at fanimatedpodcast@gmail.com. We're out and about, and we do live streams sometimes. Definitely we're going to do a live stream for that first Friday in August. And let me look at the calendar. August 7th is when Wizards Tales of Arcadia comes out on Netflix, and I will be watching that live Friday night, August 7th. So if we might do something before that, but I'm definitely going to be there for that. So follow us on Facebook and all the social medias if you want to hear about when we're doing live chats and live streams of watching things. Well, Emma, thank you so much for joining. I think that's it for this mini episode.
Yeah, super fun.
We have to come up with a good, like, ending. I don't know, because we have so much freedom in doing this mini episode with, like, making it different if we want to. like maybe I don't even do like my usual ending thing and we just say stay tuned to stay animated together.
We could.
We could. Let's try it. And in that case, let me read off the other usual normal end credits things. Ready? The music is provided by Purple Planet Music. The art is done by myself. You can find me at Instagram at CandorDraw. Thank you to Emma, you right here, right now, for joining me in this episode.
Of course.
What else can I remember off the top of my head? And we're on Patreon at patreon.com/Fanimated. All of the Fanimated crew over there get to vote for upcoming episode topics and get a whole bunch of bonus episode content. So if you want to listen to even more of us, chat and just geek out, that's where it's at, okay? It's amazing. The next upcoming poll is about Pixar films, so you don't want to miss voting on that. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned
and stay animated.
Welcome. My name is Kelly Anderson.
Oh, and I'm Emma. Can we start over? I'm sorry, I got so caught up in the moment.
Oh, man. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, we'll try again.